especially because I work with men. I can't tell you the number of times that I've had a male client say, "This is probably the first time that you've ever heard this," and then go on to tell me a story that I've heard 1,000 times.
What's something people worry about in sex that turns out to be far more normal than they think?
Oh my gosh. I mean, what isn't? Pretty much anything you name that you worry about turns out to be pretty normal, especially because I work with men. I can't tell you the number of times that I've had a male client say, "This is probably the first time that you've ever heard this," and then go on to tell me a story that I've heard 1,000 times.
Yeah.
And it's tragic because the reason they think they're the only one that's dealing with that is because they haven't ever seen anyone else talk about it. None of their guy friends, none of their male family members, no one in the culture, in the media, no one in a book. That's why this book is so important, the book that I wrote. For men, you're dealing with premature ejaculation, erectile dysfunction, delayed ejaculation, lack of desire, low libido, lack of confidence, feeling like you don't know how to be present or attuned or read your partner's desires. Like, I promise you, you're definitely not the only one. And what you're dealing with is indeed very normal, very common. And part of what you can do to be a part of your own healing actually is to be the person who talks about it. Because
Yeah.
when you surface it with other people, you will see that other folks are dealing with it as well. But it takes a lot. It takes a lot of courage to be the one who goes first there.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so do men ever have issues where they get aroused and have erections alone, but then things get more complicated when they're with a partner?
Totally. I write about this all throughout the book, actually, in various capacities. One of the very first questions that I ask, sort of in my like diagnostic intake checklist, especially for men who are dealing with any sort of erectile inconsistency, is when does this happen? All the time, some of the time, none of the time. With a partner, in first thing in the morning, you used to get erections and now you don't get erections first thing in the morning. Excellent. Okay, great. That's perfect information. We're going to send you immediately to a physician who's going to get some blood work done. We're going to do a checkup. We're going to figure out where you are in your cardiovascular system, your endocrine system, your nervous system. We've got to check there because if you're not getting erections at least sometimes in the morning when you were getting them before, that is what I call a check engine light. And the engine that we got to check is the physical engine. It's not great that it's happening to you, but I say great. We know exactly what the first step needs to be. I'm not saying you're not going to use coaching. You absolutely are, but we got to also refer you out to a healthcare professional. If you are getting hard in the morning and you're getting hard alone when you go to masturbate, but you're not getting hard with a partner, also great information. That means that we're going to go down a mental, emotional, and relational tract. So I'm going to be doing the work with you in coaching to figure out when this started, under what circumstances does it happen? Is it all the time? Is it some of the time? Is it when you're fighting? Is it when you're intoxicated? Is it when you're sober? Like, I want to understand what are the levers that are impacting it, the variables.